Anna Kasparian slams Democrat Jasmine Crockett for her disgusting remarks attacking a Republican for being in a wheelchair, as Anna Kasparian reacts to the party of joy, tolerance, and morality, producing winners like Jasmine Crockett because this is the best they've got now, apparently, and Anna Kasparian is not having it and totally slams Jasmine Crockett for her gross behavior.
We in these hot-ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot-ass mess, honey.
Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett has ignited a firestorm of backlash after referring to Texas Governor Greg Abbott as Governor Hot Wheels, which was a reference to the fact that he uses a wheelchair, although she now denies that. We'll get to her denial in just a minute.
Oh, come on.
I know, the denial is even worse, believe me. Okay, we'll get to that in just a second. But ironically, she did make that remark at the awards dinner for the Human Rights Campaign. This took place on Saturday. But it's going viral today. Now, Abbott, for those who don't know, and to be honest, I didn't even know the story behind why he's in a wheelchair, but he was actually paralyzed back in 1984. He was on a jog and an oak tree fell on him and paralyzed him. Now, you should also know the part of the story where he effectively sued the tree company behind the tree and now has like these insane payments every year as a result of winning that lawsuit, like $500,000 a year. I'm not even kidding. It's a lot.
Wow.
So, but hold on. But then he like changed the laws in the state to make it even more difficult for people who suffer a similar fate from being able to sue corporations or companies.
Of course.
So that's worth mentioning in the story.
Yeah, when you cross the bridge, you burn it right after. That's the Republican way. So look, I don't know the specifics of that, and I don't begrudge him the money. I mean,
no, me either.
Yeah,
he
got paralyzed,
yeah.
Right? So, but Republicans always say tort reform. Too many losses. And by the way, what's Trump doing now? I'm suing CBS. I'm suing ABC. I'm suing everybody. I sue. What happened? Oh, they hurt my feelings. Elon Musk. No, my feelings were hurt. I was called a thief. Oh, sue. What happened to tort reform, guys? So those are legitimate ways to criticize Abbott, Musk, and you don't have to be polite about it. We just did it right now. Then there's the out of bounds way of criticizing.
So I want to actually play that video again so everyone can watch it before I get to Jasmine Crockett's statements about it. So just cue that up. Don't play it yet, cue it up. Some of the backlash she received came in the form of Republican members of Congress basically trashing her, going after her. Marjorie Taylor Greene is one of them, saying absolutely shameful. I mean, it's hilarious coming from Marjorie Taylor Greene, who has said all sorts of insidious, disgusting things about all sorts of people, but nonetheless, absolutely shameful. Jasmine Crockett is the face of the Democrat Party, and they all support her. Just let her talk because the ads write themselves, and America finds out everything they need to know about who the Democrats really are. Now, I don't think it was a good idea for Jasmine Crockett to say it. I thought it was a gross statement. I don't think she needed to attack the fact that he's in a wheelchair. I think that's a cheap shot, and it's a lazy insult. It's also demeaning, degrading to other disabled people in this country. Abbott is a target-rich environment. There are substantive ways to attack him, political ways to attack him without, resorting to making fun of the fact that he's in a wheelchair.
Anna Kasparian is completely right. There are plenty of good ways that you can, attack your political opponent, make arguments against what they're doing, all that, keep it professional, keep it classy. But as Anna Kasparian said, this is just lazy. Like, this is just literally a low, cheap shot, right? And I'm sorry, isn't the Democrats supposed to be the party of representing all the minorities, the disabled, and everyone else like that? Like, so aren't you attacking part of your constituency for doing this? Like, I don't think Jasmine Crockett really thought about that when she uttered that insult, but I mean, this is the best that the Democrats have now. Like, this is one of their more or less leaders, Jasmine Crockett. I mean, she said this at a human rights campaign. So not only did Jasmine Crockett not even think about the insult, she didn't even think about where she was making it at. Like, the state of the Democrat Party is just sad, folks. Let me know how you feel about it. Leave a like. It helps the algorithm. Let's get back in.
But nonetheless, when she was reached out to by Politico, they asked, what's going on here? Her statement to them was that my statement speaks for itself. That was the initial response from her, right? But now she's realizing, okay, maybe there are some Democrats who are uncomfortable with this as well. So she released another statement. I'm gonna read it verbatim. I wasn't thinking about the governor's condition. I was thinking about the planes, trains, and automobiles he used to transfer migrants into communities led by Black mayors, deliberately stoking tension and fear among the most vulnerable. I don't believe that for a second.
No way.
You called him Governor Hot Wheels. In fact, let's watch it again.
We in these hot ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey.
In regard to the hot ass mess statement, she says literally the next line I said was he was a hot ass mess, referencing his terrible policies. At no point did I mention or allude to his condition. But what does Hot Wheels mean, Jasmine? Like, I can't stand the denials. I can't stand, just own it. You said it, own it. If you think it was a bad idea now that you're getting backlash, just apologize for it and everyone's gonna forget and move on. Like, why can't we just make it simple?
Yeah, so look, I've said in the past, I like her aggressive attitude. We need a lot more in the Democratic Party. I like when she says things like hot ass, like people in the past, I was like, oh, that's not civil, don't do that. No, do that, right? But this one obviously crossed the line. And my guess is part of the reason why she's backpedaling is because some people on the left were like, that's not cool.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why don't attack him on being disabled. That's weird.
And for those
right?
Democrats who do exist, thank you, because I felt super black-pilled by this story as I saw people who didn't hesitate to jump down my throat over the slightest issue, okay, not even close to anything like this, defending her for this.
Of course.
Today. I was just like, oh, it's okay to make fun of disabled people now. Okay, if the disabled person is someone we don't like because of their politics, I guess we could say whatever we want to them. So are you gonna now call, Candace Owens the N-word? Is that okay? Like, it's just dumb. You have to be consistent on these things. If you respect people who have disabilities and you want to protect them from this kind of gross language, then you have to be consistent regardless of who's being targeted or attacked.
Yeah,
I will definitely agree with Anna Kasparian on one thing. It would work so much better for Jasmine Crockett if you would just own it and move on. Like if you just did the thing that everyone expects you to do, being like, all right, she messed up, and then you could get on with your life. But that, like the planes, trains, and automobiles, like the left can never accept any failure, any loss. They simply cannot do it. They will, twist it any possible way that they can to deflect it into something else instead of just doing the responsible thing. And people are just tired of it. Like you can't own anything. You can't take responsibility for anything. Everything is someone else's fault. The fires in LA are the governor's fault and the governor blames someone else. Like no one wants to just own anything, be done with it and move on. Like that's what adults do. That's what responsible behavior is. And she's not even willing to take accountability for her own comments. Instead, she has to divert into something else. Like it's just sad. They don't have any real leaders in the Democratic Party. It was a gross insult. You made it at a bad time. And the one thing that you should and ought to do is be an adult about it is the last thing the Democrat Party can ever do. But let me know how you feel about that in the comments and what you thought about what Anna Kasparian had to say to just ridiculous Democrat Jasmine Crockett for her gross comments. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.